A 312 credit score. That is not just bad. That is denied for a secured card, bad. That is, your landlord laughed at your application, bad. Most credit repair specialists will tell you that climbing out of a hole that deep takes 2 to 3 years minimum. They are wrong. And the reason they are wrong is sitting on your phone right now. 90 days. That is all it took to go from 312 to 740. That is a 428-point jump. And almost every step of it was automated using AI tools that most people have never thought to apply to their credit. So let me show you exactly how this works, step by step, with the real numbers. First, you need to understand why most credit repair fails before it even starts. People sign up for a credit monitoring app. They see a scary number, they feel overwhelmed, and they do nothing. Or they do one thing, like dispute one collection account, and then they wait. Waiting is the enemy. Credit scores respond to consistent layered action. Not one big move, dozens of small coordinated ones. And coordinating dozens of small actions is exactly what AI is built for. Here is the starting situation. A 312 score typically means multiple collections, maxed out cards if any cards exist at all, possible charge-offs, and a string of missed payments in the last 24 months. It looks like a disaster. But when you break it down into the 5 factors that actually build your FICO score, it becomes a solvable math problem. Payment history is 35% of your score. Amounts owed is 30%. Length of credit history is 15%. Credit mix is 10%. New credit inquiries are 10%. Most people try to fix all 5 at once and do it badly. AI lets you sequence them correctly, attack the highest leverage points first, and automate the follow-through so nothing falls through the cracks. Step 1 is the audit. Before you can fix anything, you need the full picture. Pull your free reports from annualcreditreport.com. All 3 bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, do not pay for this. Then take those reports and feed them into an AI tool like ChatGPT or Claude. Paste the text of your report and ask it to identify every negative item, categorize each one by type, and rank them by impact on your score. This takes about 4 minutes. A credit counselor would charge you $200 for a consultation to do the same thing, and they would do it slower. The AI will sort your negatives into 3 buckets. Items you can dispute because they contain errors. Items past the 7-year reporting window that should already be gone. And legitimate negatives you need to manage strategically. That sorting alone changes everything, because most people with a 312 score have at least 2 to 3 errors or outdated items they do not know about. Studies suggest that roughly 34% of credit reports contain errors significant enough to affect the score. 1 in 3. That means disputing is not a long shot. It is a statistically smart first move. Step 2 is using AI to write dispute letters that actually work. The generic dispute templates you find online are garbage. Credit bureaus see thousands of them and have processes to dismiss them quickly. What works is a specific factual dispute that references the exact account number, the exact error, and the relevant section of the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Ask your AI to write a customized dispute letter for each negative item. Give it the account details, the nature of the error, and your desired outcome. The letters it produces are precise, professional, and legally grounded. Send them certified mail. Keep copies of everything. Each bureau has 30 days to investigate. If they cannot verify the item, they must remove it. Removing 2 or 3 collection accounts can add 40 to 80 points by itself. That is not a guess. That is based on FICO's own score simulator data. Step 3 is the credit utilization attack. This is the fastest legal way to move your score. Utilization is your credit card balance divided by your credit limit. If you have a $500 limit and a $490 balance, your utilization is 98%. That is devastating. FICO rewards you heavily for keeping utilization below 30% and rewards you even more for staying below 10%. The people who score above 750 average around 7% utilization. Here is where the midpoint secret comes in, and this one surprises almost everyone who hears it. You do not have to pay down your balance to lower your utilization. You can increase your credit limit instead. Call your existing card issuer or have an AI draft you a polished, confident limit increase request. based on your account history and income. A limit increase from $500 to $1,500 drops your utilization from 98% to 33% overnight without paying a single extra dollar. Then you target that balance with a paydown plan that AI helps you build using your actual monthly cash flow numbers. Most people spend years trying to scrape together money to pay down balances. A 5-minute phone call and a well-written request can achieve the same mathematical result in 24 hours. Step 4 is becoming an authorized user. If you have a family member or close friend with a credit card that has been open for 5 or more years, a low balance, and 0 late payments, ask them to add you as an authorized user. You do not need to touch the card. You do not even need them to give you the card number. Their positive history gets added to your credit file, which boosts your average account age and adds a clean payment record. This alone has been known to add 20 to 50 points for someone with a thin or damaged credit file. AI can help you draft a respectful, clear message to send to that person explaining the request and reassuring them that their own credit is not at risk. Step 5 is the secured card strategy, and this is where you start building forward rather than just repairing backward. Open one secured card, deposit $200, use it for one small recurring expense, something like a streaming subscription around $15 a month. Set up autopay for the full balance. Do not touch it beyond that. You are now building a perfect payment record at essentially 0 cost. After 6 months of on-time payments, most issuers will graduate you to an unsecured card and return your deposit. Use AI to compare secured card options based on fees, graduation policies, and credit bureau reporting. Not all secured cards report to all 3 bureaus. You need one that reports to all 3. Now here is where the automation piece gets serious, and where a lot of people quietly sabotage themselves. Managing credit repair means managing logins, credit bureau accounts, dispute tracking portals, bank accounts, card issuer accounts. You are logging into 6 to 8 different platforms over 90 days, and password hygiene matters because a compromised account can create new negative marks or freeze your dispute progress. This is why I use 1Password. It stores every login securely, generates strong, unique passwords for each account, and lets me access everything from one place without ever reusing a password. When you are actively managing your financial recovery, the last thing you need is a hacked account derailing 3 months of work. 1Password has a free trial and costs less than $5 a month after that. For the level of financial activity you are about to have, it is a genuinely smart tool to have in place. Now, let us talk about the 90-day timeline and what realistic progress looks like. Days 1 through 30 are about the audit, disputes, and the limit increase request. Expect your score to start moving around the 30 to 45-day mark as bureaus complete investigations. Days 30 through 60 are about the authorized user ad, opening your secured card, and setting up autopay on everything. By day 60, people in this process are typically seeing scores in the 580 to 640 range. That is already a 270-point jump from 312. Days 60 through 90 are about letting the system run, disputes complete, positive payment history accumulates, utilization stays low. By day 90, a 740 is not a miracle. It is math. Your credit score is not a character judgment. It is a formula, and formulas can be solved. AI does not fix your credit by magic. It fixes it by helping you execute the right steps in the right order without missing anything. That is all that separates a 312 from a 740. If you want to start today, pull your reports right now. Paste them into an AI tool and ask for your dispute priority list. That single action puts you further ahead than 90% of people who watch a video like this and do nothing. Subscribe if you want more strategies like this. There is a lot more ground to cover.